Max, get set, go. All the men so on flew, let's get low. So we saw, but you want to never lay low. Cause this collab was about to blow. Yo!
Chaiva sexy, make you sweet Tamara. DJ nga so, like a so sweet Tamana. I chain it, gently, set you in a papana. Fan, I guess, no stock, a slack.
Konena doko ba go wadre. Omesa. Owalu.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Well, yes, she could dance, it's me, they call. Top cherry, what? Yeah, I'm the baddest. Top cherry, what? Yeah, I'm the realest. They be calling my name till the morning. Yeah, for the hangover.
Saka witulamo sakane 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 saka witulamo sakane 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 atekane gengo walolo kapopyane kopyane enotale landane aha wedaponi endo sevenya atusakele penya nuno na monda boda vatetena shatu saka toka shanima dalane dininge etere ndine konyoni muneka dona chefingane etala nikoni mashita kubounce tokola nena no kuti dance oningane shatu ningane aye lingane aye Champagne with the kings and the queens, politician praise my name. If you feel it, Ileni mundanze na me, Mr. B, Ileni musage na me. Sakane, sakane, saka, saka witulamo, sakane, 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 saka, saka witulamo, sakane, 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 saka, saka witulamo, sakane, 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 saka, saka witulamo, sakane, sakane.
On the beat, baby. Dalu choco choco landi chate 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 jin 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 demo. Dalu choco choco landi jale 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 mo di chese chese chisamongo. Chocola 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 bandi. Chocola 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 bandi. Nabati copa copa. Dahala somebody talandelenge something. Dahala somebody tapongelenge papu. Dahala somebody tapenge pengu koloba. Chocola 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 bandi. Chocola 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 bandi. Chocola 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 bandi. Chocola 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 bandi. I'm looking for someone that can give me what I want. The Congo Cameroon, Kapenga Shindada. Daru choco chocolate, jale 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 mo, di chese chese chisamongo. Nabati copa copa. Dahala somebody, talandelenge something.
Chocola, and that is Lady May right there. Way back in 2007.
Good night, mother effers. Can you come here and bring that trophy back? Who remembers that girl? Do you remember that?
Kofi, kan jy my hoor?
I can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much. Yo! Yeah, that's Lady May for you right there. I haven't heard of Lady May in a long time.
Jesus took her.
Jesus took her, ne?
Jesus had to save her.
Yeah, yeah.
There are just some people that need saving.
Just to let Kofi in on what we talk about.
Right.
Lady May is one of Namibia's top female artists, and she performed. She was well known, let's say in the early 2000s. I haven't heard a lot about her lately, but there was this one performance live on air after she did her song.
Right.
You know, if the adrenaline as an artist
Is so much.
it's so pumped. Ministers, executives, old people, young people, everybody sits in front of you. And she just did a mic drop. And she said, "Good night, mother."
Is that where it ended?
They stripped her of her number.
You actually want to be cool,
Yes.
but it like goes totally reverse
Back.
on you.
No,
Fire.
I think she started watching this BET Hip Hop Awards and what.
Yeah.
You know, those people are not censored. So
Right.
she thought
Right.
she could bring that in Namibia. And she was really hyped, man. Lady May was a star back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there are just some people you look at and just you pray, Jesus, as uplift, intervene. Intervene, Jesus. If you know somebody like that, then you're like, please.
But
that is a moment where you lose all your sponsorships.
you lose everything.
Yo.
You lose. You don't get invited to awards anymore.
Oh yeah, Tangeni with the capital. Sorry. No, you're
It was
right,
a number
Tangeni.
award.
It was not a performance. It was the Nama Award ceremony acceptance
Holy
speech.
crap.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
No, you're right. You're
no
right.
way.
You're right.
No way. Not on an award ceremony.
Yes.
And they stripped her off of her award.
That's
Then
even
they
worse.
stripped her award, and she had to come and apologize and what.
Right.
People must understand NBC is run by older people.
Yeah.
These people would
By
not
the
like-
ruling party.
Yeah. I wanted to keep it coffee. These people, they don't understand stuff like that. They'll
Yes.
be mad at you for
If it was Witboy, it would have been totally acceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it had to be Lady May.
As het toch my bravas. Bernardo zo gaat Sele, Lady May Sele. Sele.
Sele.
Sin knows.
But honestly speaking, as a human being,
Right.
made out of flesh and blood, as I sit here myself,
Okay.
in almost 30 years of being on stage, I had a one or two stinkers in my life.
Right.
Where I did walk off stage and I was like, "Yerr, ek moes nie dit gesê het nie." It happens to the best of us. And I don't know, in music, Kaufi, if you had some stinkers where you just felt like, "Yera, tonight I was just off." Or whatever. I
Yeah.
should not have done this song. I shouldn't have done that song. or
Right.
whatever.
So you get good gigs and you get some not so good gigs. That it just happens.
It just happens.
But when it, let's say, comes to radio
yeah.
or even television,
Yeah.
I'm still old school.
Yeah.
Right. So a lot of people might say, "Oh no, but Coffee is just conservative. He's
Yeah.
like an old bully." And
Yeah.
because when I was taught radio many moons ago, about 35 years ago,
Yeah.
there were 3 rules.
Yeah.
First of all, no religion talk.
No religion
No
talk.
religion. You don't touch religion.
Okay.
Second, no sexual stuff
Yeah.
at all. Not even.
Okay, in the first two, Informanté radio or live already failed in the first two.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the third one is absolutely no swearing.
We failed.
Not even the word like "ja man die bloody overdose."
Yeah.
If that happened, I would have been fired on the spot.
Aha.
So those were the 3 rules. Now, I understand the new generations and people are getting a little bit more relaxed and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it kind of opens you up to make huge mistakes. And just, if you carry on doing things like that, you'll just disrepute yourself.
Yeah, you're just disreputing yourself, yeah.
Yes.
But today here we are in independent Namibia.
Yes.
Yeah.
A
Ons sal nie
free
gesê
independent.
word nie.
For me, I was one of those comics that would back and forth with a heckler.
Is it?
Yeah,
Hecklers. Oh,
yeah,
my
hecklers.
word.
Yeah. So this is what happened, and I made a joke. Yeah, you know when we comedians make jokes, and it was the time that this whole Me Too movement and everything was coming. So I was making a joke about how men when they after they abuse their ladies, they probably beaten this lady, and the lady takes the policeman. So when he's behind.
Okay, sê weer, want jy sien. Okay.
Hier
Start
gaat ons.
again.
Here we
Okay,
go
now-
again.
Explain properly.
Okay, now, I was
Yeah.
making a joke
Yeah.
about how men
Yeah.
react when the lady calls the police after he has abused or beaten her.
Okay.
So this girl just stood up and said, "Don't make a joke about abuse."
Oh, okay.
But I was actually talking about how men start like, it's a asseblief again. Bel my man, kan
Yeah.
ons nie praat like
Yeah,
how they are after
yeah.
they have done all that.
Yeah.
But she took it
The
to
remorse.
the remorse.
Yeah.
So she was like, yeah, J Mac, you gender-based violence is not a joke. And then me and her went back and forth. And after that
She
whole ordeal,
deserved it.
and after that whole ordeal, I was like, I went too far with her.
Ah.
I was like, oh, that was bad for me.
There's just, I think she just wanted to steal your spotlight.
Nee.
No, that it went on like for 5
She
minutes
did that on
until the
purpose.
people said, "Ay, laat die kind uitgaan," or what. So, it was terrible.
Nee. Good morning, all of you. Let me say a good morning to Roviera, Natalie, Stephanus, James, Ananias, Vanessa. Vanessa, ek ken. Dis Vrydag vandag. Dis public holiday on Monday.
Yes.
So you are driving 250 kilometers south of Windhoek today?
I thought we all had to
Tell
be at the
me
stadium.
right or wrong. Nee, ons kom daar.
Okay.
Ons het 'n lekker gesprek wat ons moet hê oor daai stadion se
Oh yeah.
So, King Malume, Ulekele, Tangeni with the capital T, John Shombe. How does Katima Airways operate? I want to be in Ondangwa for the weekend, please.
Ask her auntie.
Frans Erwin de Klerk. Neville in the house, Slata Nga house Bora. Okay. My 17-year-old son was talking about a Bora the other day. Okay? Hey, die Bora. So I asked him, Shia, do you know where the word Bora comes from? I said, no, daddy, is mos 'n Bora. Is mos ons 'n nuwe woord wat ons gebruik. And maybe I'll teach you something also, Mitch. Maybe you also don't know. And I told him, okay, the word Bora comes from the word Borki. Okay?
Oh.
And the word Borki comes from the 60s, 70s, the turntable.
Ah, okay.
Die plaat.
Yes,
Oh,
the 33.3.
Ja,
turntable.
die turntable. Kyk, mense, ons het mos LP's gespeel daai tyd.
Yeah.
So I remember as ons altyd gesê het, in the 60s and 70s, man, speel weer hy borkie man. Then you refer to the LP, to the,
vinyl.
Die vinyl. That's what you refer it to.
Oh,
So that is where the word, it came from the vinyl, die plaat, wat 'n bord is, it's a borkie. Hy speel. And later on through the generations, it became Bora. What it is today.
I
now
came
we
to know it like Bora as like it's a song.
Ah.
Like, I came to know it like that. I was like, okay, die Bora.
Yes, it comes from there. Good morning, Norma. Karel Tron, More, Penda Nali. Het sê so, ou Hags het heel voor gesit. Toe lady my gesê het, good night. Ja.
Sy het blykbaar ook die middelvinger gegooi.
Ai!
She threw the bird.
Yeah.
What?
According to a very popular newspaper that I've just Googled.
What?
This happened back in June 2011.
Hey!
That was like
Yes.
That's about 11 years ago.
It was at the Nama Awards.
Ek moet net gou die Informanté live so goed lees vir ons verbygaan.
Is reg, ek groet net nog gou almal. Ronnie Joe, Moro, Doris, Moro, Hendrina Shiepo, good morning my gentlemen. It's Friday's Independence Weekend from Otapi.
Yeah, bon.
Semi Makale, Amakali, Joseph. You just taught all colored something today. Hulle bly Bora Bora. Hulle sal hoor. Ja. That is where
Die colored.
Bora Bora. Here's a Bora.
Hy Bora is 'n kei Bora.
Nee, is dat twee Bora. Nee. Monica Lewinsky, Carl Oomti, Moro julle almal. Mitch, you want to share something with us?
Oh no, it's just the Informanté live comment. Like
on the side.
Yeah, when we started off, like everything was at default, so you guys can go back to your main class Informanté.
Koma live.
Hulle kama Informanté is hulle se klas.
Is it first class
Dis
over
kama
there?
first class.
Laat hulle line so.
So Natalie moet hierdie comment lees asseblief en hierdie comment hoor. Jan Kat says, since Mitch is always the good morning often, I'm volunteering myself, more human, crushing on you all the way from Budapest, Hungary.
Hungary. Wie is hy?
Jan Katz.
Jan, is it a guy?
No, it's a vrou mens.
What's
Jan
it?
Katz.
Now let me see that name.
It's Jan Katz.
But it's Jan.
It's a vrou mens.
'n Vrou met die naam Jan.
Never, that is vrou mens.
Ah.
Never, it's 2022.
Ah.
We don't need your unscrupulous
Coffee?
In Dilo is
Dus-
ook 'n mans mens naam.
Do we have... Kyk, Jan, the name Jan is a Dutch name.
Yes.
It comes from Holland.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in your mind or in your history or in what you know, is there any woman that has ever been called Jan?
No.
Hier
Okay.
is dit, history making. So daar is mense wat van my worry, Natalie. Moenie worry nie.
Hier. Natalie sê, Mitch, so jy eet chocolate. Ai, elots. Anyway, never mind. Woo, okay, Koffie, ek dink dit is belangrik dat jy die nuus lees.
Vra die mense.
Nee, ek dink net is
We must not give them the news unless they ask for
Ja.
the news.
Nee,
Never,
We
kom ek
must
sê
not
net,
give them the weather
Raymond
unless
Basson
they
het
ask
gecomment
for the
en
weather.
gesê, hy is baie kwaad vir Shines en vir Koffie. Hulle het nie gister die weer gegee nie en hy was baie nat gereën.
is dit?
Ons het die weer gegee. Shines did the weather yesterday. Shines did the, because he was sitting in the seat.
Thank you.
Shines was creating
Thank you.
other towns. It was
But
a rain days.
He read every single town. He doesn't go like Kofi goes by region. Shines goes literally. He even says Nkuru and what is the ander plekke nog? Soos
He read all the towns there.
yeah,
And he said, a rain days.
Ochinene
Horrendous,
and
horrendous.
Otapi and all those towns.
Let me keep my peace.
From now on, I'm reading the news.
Oh hell!
And here is Kofi with the news.
This is Informanté Live, and these are our top stories. The blood transfusion service of Namibia requires an average of 200 units of blood per day to never have a blood shortage in the country. The Blood Transfusion Service is a non-profit organization that collects blood from voluntary, non-remunerated blood donors. This enables the Blood Transfusion Service to provide the patients in Namibia with sufficient, safe and effective blood products. Titus Shivute, supervisor, donor recruitment and public relations, said since October last year they were faced with critical shortages of blood and blood usage in hospitals has increased. Shivute made the remarks during an engagement with learners from the northern areas at the Weshi Pandeka Secondary School. The blood transfusion service currently needs an average of 200 units per day, an increase from 152 units required previously. Currently, we only get over 100 units per day, making supply for blood low, which does not meet demand, he said. The National Union of Namibian Workers has raised concern about the current situation of Namibia's railway parastatal Transnamib is finding itself in. Secretary General of the NUNW, Job Muniaro, has claimed that people who were hired to turn Transnamib has now turned the company upside down into their cash cows, as Transnamib is supposed to be the economic driver of Namibia, but it is not the case. It has become a trend that we are allowing foreigners to plunder our economy, destroying our parastatals in the interest of their companies. Crucial sections in Transnamib from which the company can generate revenue, like the rail construction and maintenance, building maintenance, which includes pipe bursts and broken taps, container handling and storage, and the alienation of road operations from the company's business, has led to the dormant state of the mechanical workshops. Overnight parcel express and passenger services are no longer operating because of poor management. All this has happened against the caution and advice from the union and the lower level employees, Muniara said. He added that what is happening to the SOE is suspicious, to say the least. And finally, Shimpangana Shivute, at the age of 31, was found hanging from a tree at Otsalindi village on Wednesday. Omusati Regional Commander Commissioner Titus Shikongo said an inquest was opened. It is alleged that the deceased biological mother found him hanging from a branch of a marula tree at their homestead with a rope around his neck, said Shikongo. Your Trustco share price today, the 18th of March, is at $1.29 per share. Taking a brief look at the financial indicators, the Namibia dollar is trading against the US dollar at 15 Namibia dollars, against the euro at 16 Namibia dollars and 60 cents, and against the British pound at 19 Namibia dollars and 70 cents. This is Informanté Live, and these were our top stories. You can find more on our website, which is informante.web.na.
Informanté News. Informanté News. Informanté News. Informanté News. Firm but fair.
And it is also the second week of our Easter competition on Informanté Live. This week's competition is a tandem skydive opportunity with compliments from Skydive for Fun. You stand a chance to win a voucher to the value of 3,000 Namibia dollars for a tandem skydive in Swakopmund. Now, all you have to do, Neville, is to go to the Informanté Live Facebook page and just type in hashtag skydive for fun with the numeric digit 4, correct, in the comment section of the competition. And this week's competition is going to end today, Friday the 18th. So it's your last chance, Neville, to be the winner of a tandem skydive in Swakopmund. Skydive for fun. Winners will be announced on social media.
Can I respond?
Yes, please do.
Okay. If you watch the movie Taxi of Robert De Niro,
Yes, I love that movie.
it's about 35 years old.
Ago.
There's a scene in that movie
Yeah.
where Robert De Niro stands like this. Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? Is this guy, is he talking to me? Are you seriously talking to
I
me?
remember that.
Yeah.
Now,
And that has become quite an iconic scene.
the nice thing-
I think it was also in the Lion King Pumbaa.
Yes. Are
He's
you talking
also.
to me?
Are you talking to me?
Are you talking
Are
to
you talking to me? Yeah.
If you go for this tandem skydive,
Then you have to look around first,
and,
like,
and the parachute doesn't happen to open,
Koru.
and you fall into the Swakopmund landscape, you don't have to worry, because the blood transfusion service is now asking for us to donate blood, because we've got a shortage of blood in Namibia. So you will be fine,
You'll be fine.
because we are all going to go out and donate extra blood, because we need 200 units of blood every day.
You know what, Kofi? Why don't we ask our top fans to lead the way for us with this? Vooral Tayshaun moet twee keer donate. Roviera moet 4 keer. Stefanus James
Should we not
Ananias.
have
Omdat je die weer voor hem leest. Hij moet 4 keer.
We should have, with our viewers and listeners out there, a competition for the most blood donors out there.
Yeah.
Right.
And
And
then
then you'll be able to win something.
A Coke and a cookie.
No, man, not a Coke. You go to the stadium. That's where you get your Coke and your cookie.
But that's normally what I get when I donate blood.
A Coke and a cookie.
I get a Coke, a juice, and a cookie. That's what I get.
Neville.
Sometimes I also get a cookie.
So guys.
Is it a snooky cookie? Snooky cookie.
Jerkin Keizer, alsjeblieft, guys. Ons nodig hoeveel? Kofi, how much do we need?
We need 200 units of blood per day. And at the moment, well, it used to be we needed 152 units. That's what the blood transfusion service says.
Yeah.
But currently, we Namibians only get 100 units per day, which is actually, for a country of, 2.5 million people, it's not good, no? We need to go and donate blood. So we need to get to 200 units, guys. Come on. Just go and donate blood.
I'm O positive. So what I normally do, I donate blood every, what is the cycle? Every 3-4 months?
Yeah.
It's when I donate blood. And and my blood is obviously suited for any other person with any other blood type. But honestly speaking, and the reason why a lot of people don't, in my view, don't want to donate blood, it's because of the fear. And this
What
bullshit.
fear is this? The needle or what? Which is why people
That
didn't
is
go
the
for the COVID.
that is the lie. That is the fear. That is the people always tell that lie that nee I don't like needles. Ek hou nie van naalde nie en ek raak flou as ek 'n naald sien.
Ag, asseblief.
Nonsense. Let's call a spade a spade.
Alsjeblieft.
But when they take the other prick, it's okay.
Yeah. If they take the other prick, it's okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Kofi, the reason why
Neville, don't do it.
people in my Neville, don't do it. Neville, don't do it. Again, the reason why people don't want to go to donate blood, They don't want to know their HIV status. Finish and klaar.
But that's the most scariest thing.
It's
on
the scariest thing.
You could know your status like right now. Like jy ken ek het last month getoets. Maar net om in die plek te sit, Neville. What type of plays music for you? Encouraging you that if you find out, says he so, I'll be there to care. There's a song about the speel there.
I went I went for deliberate HIV testings a few times in my life.
Yes.
I remember when I'm not too sure if New Start Center is still here, but they used to be here. Man, this hier naby Old State House. And I would go there en maar ek is bang. Nie bang vir naalde of wat nie. I'm scared of my HIV status.
En jy begin onthou al
Yeah,
So you don't want to find out.
I don't want to find out. And as they take you through the counseling process,
Oh yeah.
of say, okay, Mr. Basson, you know why you are here and what, but you are tense the whole time. Ek kan onthou, die vrou het met die koevert voor my gesit en vir my gesê, okay, Mr. Basson, we need to open this envelope now to look at your status. What if you are HIV positive?
Why do you have to ask me that? That's the
Jrrr, ek sê,
That's the
hey, maak die pokken ding oop, man.
Jy moet daar gesê SMS met net die results man. Don't SMS met die results.
Was that before antiretrovirals or after antiretrovirals?
No, it was after antiretrovirals.
Kaufman, you must understand in our communities, man.
Also, het gelyn, jong.
We make everything a stigma. Like it will, even if you drink your tablets or whatsoever, they will make it a thing. Say drink pille, hey drink pille. Don't make it a thing that you don't want to do
I
it.
get
So
it.
that's why. Like with you guys, it's like, yeah, so I've contracted AIDS and I'm okay. You know, I'm on my second one.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, with us, we don't even talk because white people plan to go to New Start Center. We go after we find out.
I don't agree. There, I don't agree.
No,
From what I experience again, and you can tell me if I'm wrong. A lot of white people are very naive about HIV.
Very.
The white people that I
know. Because
They
we don't
think-
condomize.
White people think that HIV is not in their communities.
Exactly.
seriously.
Yeah. Ek sê jou.
We
And they need to come
we don't
and
get
prove me wrong.
HIV because
They think it's a black
No.
it's
No.
a star, a
No.
star. Okay.
we don't get HIV because the virus has got its pride.
Aier.
Kaufman.
Die virus het sy trots.
Anyway, ek sê net, ons kom by force by die New Start.
Ja.
Wat manne word nie gefors van hulle se vrouens.
Nee, wat?
But we
Ons word gefors, jy hoes net of.
Och,
Kom ons gaan,
HIV.
mes. Kom ons gaan. Ek sê jou, kom ons gaan.
sê.
En dis, jene keer mens. Level jy gaan kry ouens, veral my brasde. Die wambujidas hulle skamma staan en eet vrugte en groente in die lyn.
I tell you, Neville, I remember quite clearly. This was back in 1986. I was in Cape Town at Boston House College,
Yeah.
writing my matric, when this whole HIV thing started coming up. And I will never forget
Yeah,
the
it was
first
around
2
86.
guys that contracted, that were significant people that
Yeah.
contracted the whole AIDS thing, which then was published in the media. And that was Rock Hudson
Rock Hudson
and Freddie Mercury.
Freddie
Those 2
Mercury.
guys.
and Liberace.
And Liberace, correct. And Liberace.
Yeah, those 3. That
Remember,
that's
it was in 1986.
Yeah,
those
86,
3,
87.
And then the whole world became scared of this thing.
Yeah.
This was the first time the world was scared by the, let's say, by the Illuminati.
yeah, the
Because we've been scared so many times now. I mean, this whole COVID scare,
yeah.
HIV scare, Ebola scare. It's like they're continuously trying to scare us.
Ai,
Illuminati, out
Maar
of
hier-
the house.
maar hier gaan ons. Carovera says cancer is the white man's AIDS. Aier, weet jy.
It's nogal waar. Can we just ponder on that?
Yeah, but it's true. They like really scared of it.
Nee.
Is it?
I think cancer is much more of a thing
Is it-
in the white community.
Is there a cancer issue in the black communities?
No, not really. I wouldn't say so. If there's one cancer that is very prevalent among black people or black men, it's prostate cancer.
Really?
Yeah, prostate.
But only amongst men, because
yeah.
Women, hello.
But then and also colon cancer
Ah.
is also prevalent in our communities.
Is it because of a certain diet, perhaps?
Diet? It could be diet. It could be stress. It could be whatever.
Okay.
But we've always, as much as stereotypically, HIV has been associated with what happens in the black community. The stereotype among black people is that, like you do say, cancer is Lani se goede.
Everything else that's deadly, that's yours.
Anything that survives is your stuff.
We survive. Yeah,
Yellow namas.
yeah. Because, like, let me be honest.
Yes.
Like, white people AIDS, they take it's like boom, they die next day. Like our AIDS, we leave. We leave. If you contract AIDS today, we'll bury you tomorrow, coffee.
Yes.
Yeah, it's over with you.
It's tickets.
It's tickets. But that's just how they, like, I've seen us, man. We, like, anything else, like even bipolar disorder and what, we might have it, but we don't feel, we just feel like, even like mental health and what, we don't really look into it, man.
Right.
It's a terrible thing.
Nina Katangana says, never pronounce the name in English, please. It's Jan. It's not.
It's Jan.
Jan. Okay. Kalfie, please give us the news. Weather and COVID sê Masha, jy het gekry for now halfway. Carl Omti says it's shorter version of Janita. I do say. Stefanus James says daar is 'n woord vir wat, maar ek wil nie geblok word nie. Ja, shut up. Natalie says hoekom ek kos se chocolate box. I did say. Jan is short for Janus. Kom maar sê Rovera. Jürgen Keisep says, who sets up the weekly polls? Because whoever that is created a new country, Russian. Seker Mitch spel soos hy nama Engels praat. Okay? So the way Mitch is speaking English comes from his native nama tongue. Jou bra Mitch, daar's dit in die eleka box sê jy kan kies eleka chocolate box. I've experienced Facebook logging me out when reading articles related to certain controversial topics. Is it just me? Fra Tangeni with a capital. Morning crew. I have the most common blood type O negative. I have been donating for quite a while, but I gave up because they are not appreciative. My blood is for sale. My blood is for sale now. Say Wilhelm.
Yeah, but hang on. Wilhelm is maybe not that far off the point, because in England you can go and sell your blood.
Oh!
Should we not sell our blood?
Hello!
Then there'll be more people out there that are going to give blood because they're going to get money for it.
Hello!
Now the morality around it. Is it right for any human being to go and sell blood in the name of religion?
Die bloed.
It's not your blood to begin with. It came
Die
from
bloed van
God.
Jesus.
Don't do it.
Yes. Yeah. So now you go and sell your blood, and then you go to Shabin and drink.
Yeah. That's all right. Ek wonder, Wilhelm, you need to tell me how much you sell your blood for a pint.
Is it a pint?
Is the
Or
pint?
is it per liter or something?
I don't know. Seker 500 milliliters of wat ook al.
Then can we use the metric system?
Natalie says,
my blood type is
you need to go. You need to go. It's a regular. Ek is a regular blood donor, Mitch. O positive blood type. That's me. What type are you, Mitch? Fra Natalie.
I don't know. Leave me.
Natalie, it needs to tell you something. If a man of 31-year-old does not know his blood type.
What? Never wat wil jy sê?
Ek wil kom eens lees. Mitch, jy sal seker net 'n shooter glasie kan donate.
Ons moet Amakali se boodskap hierso ook lees.
Hey Rou, fusek wat. Mohau sê so julle wil op die Vrydag koekies hê. Good morning lovely people. Mitch, hulle se donate bloed nie whisky nie. So ek en Teshon is uit, sê Rovera. Moro, those that don't like testing their status, please go donate blood so you know where you stand, said Joshua Adula. I also want to donate blood, but they don't want my blood. Of course they don't want your blood, Teshon. When we know why. Maria David says, every 2 months waiting period of 56 days after you donate, they are scared to get their status update. Say Masha, I can't donate blood because I regularly get tattoos. Kak excuse, Stephanus James Ananias. Rose says, ek sê, is AIDS nog hier? Het COVID nie oorgevat nie? Good question. Hannes sê, sometimes donating blood can be a negative experience, but you must be positive about it. If in this day and age you are still afraid of knowing your HIV status, then you are a risky human being. It means you don't have annual checkups and you basically don't take your well-being serious. Very good point, Mohau. Very good point. Ek sê my lewer is sterk. Ek kan die hele bomgys, okay, whatever. Sê Teshon, Ukraine scare. The way people judge people with red lips, ne? What are you talking about? I thought malaria was a black man's sickness, said Joshua Adula. We live. Mitch want to live yellow. Mashallah. Live or live. You know what? When Mitch was saying that, I was also sitting here like, we live or we live. Ek het nie mooi maar so right. Ja, it's kenny. Amakali says the blood is sold to the private hospitals though. Joshua Dula says
that's the point. That's the point. So we go and donate blood, but then the blood transfusion service goes and sells it
ag is kak story
to private hospitals.
Nee.
That must doesn't work. Jy kan mos nie iets verniet kry en dan verkoop jy dit.
So where am I in this value chain?
Exactly. Whilst petrol is going up.
Hello.
Inflation is going up.
Hello.
And we have to stay at home all the time.
Nonsense.
And we're not allowed to say anything. That's why we have to wear masks.
Next topic. We need to discuss this with the Ministry of Health.
Absolutely.
We want to sell our blood. You are right, Tangeni. I got blocked on Instagram by following Russia page or reading on related. Hey! Yeah, you know these
I just had the brainwave. We're going to start a private blood transfusion service. Because we've got private schools, private hospitals.
Yes.
All kinds of PPP partnerships and stuff. We need to forget the Namibian blood transfusion service.
Yeah.
We start a private blood business where we will buy the blood from our Namibian citizens.
Nou kyk hier wat sê Stephanus James Ananias. But Kalfi, if you're hospitalized and need blood, you have to pay for it.
That is exactly it.
But that's exactly Stephanus. Why must I pay for my blood?
And you can't even afford to go to hospital these days anymore.
Nee.
If you don't have a medical aid that at least pays a little bit of you cannot afford to get sick. But the country is asking us to donate blood, which they then later on sell. How does that work?
Gee my ek gee vir julle 'n liter bloed of 500 milliliter bloed. Julle betaal my 'n blok. Klaar. Gee my R1,000.
The Minister of Health is to be voted Mugu of the Week.
Hello.
Yes. Mugu of the Week. I go and second or vote for the Ministry of Health, who take our blood for free and sell it away. Mugu of the Week.
I will be first in line to donate if blood becomes a commodity, because Namibia's economy is tough, say Jurgen Geseb. The hypocrisy of the government, says Mohau. Mitch, go donate blood, then they reveal your blood type. Neville, 500 mil for $500. It's a fair deal. I also think it's a fair deal. Start paying people for blood and you will have an overflow of blood. The swindlers need to stop their nonsense.
Yes.
Kaufi, I am with you on this. Let's do this. Let's open that private blood clinic.
Yes.
We pay them for their blood. Hierdie dan bel hulle nog, laat hulle daarom weer bel, dan sal ek hulle vra, waar's my betaling? Ewa ai. Wag net gou, last een. Penda, they claim that the blood processing is expensive. That is why they charge for your blood. Now, why, Penda, we are asking, are we not in that value chain?
That's exactly it. How can we give something in good faith, because we believe in our Namibian fellowship, and then we give our blood, and then the people take the blood and they go and sell it.
Ne?
Shikke man. Oh,
Henny Sabeb, you guys need to take this up. They must start paying us to donate blood because we get charged when we need blood.
Can we open a
We
stem bank
opened a Pandora box here on
Yeah.
this
a
blood
can of
donation.
worms. Because don't go out and say, yeah, okay, but how does the blood transfusion service, how do they earn their money? Very easy. They get paid by our taxes
Yes.
to begin with.
Yeah, yeah. Hoe sê jy, Mitch?
Ek meen, kan ons ook 'n sperm bank maak daar?
Is there not a sperm bank in Namibia?
Daar is hy.
But I believe there's a sperm bank in South Africa.
Ja, maar ons het nie ons in nie. So ek soek ook dit.
Why? Why would you need sperm?
I think I'm wasting money on Pornhub. So
No, come on, guys. No. Do you actually want to sell your sperm?
Wag, ek verstaan nog. Nee, ek meen Namibia moet 'n sperm bank hê.
No, nobody's going to want your sperm.
Nee,
because, I mean,
nee, Duitser.
Stompie sperm.
Nee. Jy het gevra.
Oh
Jy het
my keetmans.
Jy het gevra. Why do you need sperm?
Exactly.
Yeah. And you answered, not thinking about what this man is asking you. Okay, for everybody's just information, I don't need sperm.
Let's
I
ask the
don't need
ladies.
anybody's sperm.
Let's ask the ladies. How much would you pay for Stompie sperm? And please don't say per liter.
Why did you put in the liter?
Hoor vir Stefanus James, Mitch wil net skommel.
Ek word baie
Skommel
geld.
daai ding,
Ek
skommel
dink ek
daai
word baie
ding
geld.
tot sy sê ja. Skommel daai ding tot
But
sy
you know,
sê
this
ja.
is-
En as sy sê ja, dan skommel jy hom klaar, maar as sy sê nee, dan skommel jy hom weer. Oh, hell no.
Daar is 'n
Julle nee.
skommel die tyd. Dink jy dat dit ook skommel is as jy die tyd skommel?
Ja.
Dis skommel.
Shake him up, shake him up.
Ja.
Nee.
Oh my.
Oh, julle is
Ek
erg.
sê maar net nou.
Julle is erg op hierdie Vrydag. Guys, Here koffie is 'n probleem. Kom ek vra gou net a few things, some social issues that we quickly need to address, net so vinnig. It is official.
Right.
It is official. This is no joke. In the Ondonga tribe, the Ndonga tribe, the royal house of the Ndongas in the north,
Right.
decided that if your Mavutu is caught
By who? By the
by your wife,
It's hell to pay.
and this is once again this patriarchy bullshit that we need to address. Wag. Ne? But it's been made official in the Ndonga tribe, the royal house, that in the Ndonga tribe, it's a mistress will have to pay a $4,500 fine if a woman is found that she meddled into the marital home of another woman. And the man is only fined $1,500 Namibian dollars. How does this make sense? That comes now from the Ondonga supreme logic.
So exactly what they're saying here, it's always the Mavutu's fault,
It's the Mavutu's fault.
not the man's fault.
It's not the man's fault. So, as ek nou, I wonder how it works the other way around. As ek na Mitch se huis toe gaan en ek gaan klof sy vrou. I am now stepping in his marital home.
Yeah, then you pay more. Bro.
No. The law has been set in the Ondonga tribe that the Mavutu pays 4,500, and the husband pays 1,500. There's no flip side here.
But I mean, what would the Law Society of Namibia say about
No,
this?
it's
This
the
is tribal
Ondonga
law.
tribe. Listen,
Yes.
this is on. Don't go change people's stuff. Don't. It's the Ondonga tribe. It doesn't say the Namibian tribe or the Namibian Law Society.
Yes.
Ondonga tribe decided as a Mavutu en kom en die groenerige verhouding.
But that's what Toivo
Hulle moet-
Toivo
hulle moet
told us,
betaal.
bless his soul. He said there is no space for tribalism in this country.
Yes.
We are a
that tribalism?
democratic, independent Namibia. And we don't have space for these tribal people.
Yeah, true. That is what Tatea Toivo said.
I mean, can you imagine if the Namibian Germans would make up their laws?
Ooh.
Don't you guys have your own?
I mean, it'll be a gas.
You guys have. Oh my God. Father,
Can you,
no, but we.
Pas
we
op
all
die
have-
boere-
boerereels.
weet ook hoe om
Wat
kers te maak.
as die boerereels beginnen maak?
Yeah.
We can't have that.
Yeah.
So, after the Minister of Health and Social Services, I also say that the Ndonga tribe must be Muhu of the Week as well.
Okay, I want to ask you guys, what is the thing that you guys have here at Escavia? What is the thing that they always have here at Escavia?
What the
Vika.
Vika.
Mm-hmm.
Then you must not also have Vika.
We must not have Vika.
Yeah, don't
Why is
celebrate Vika. Nothing.
that? Why is that?
No, why should you?
So why are the Boere allowed to have their biltongfeeste and Oesterfeeste?
They must not also have the Biltong
Okay,
Feast.
but
Namas
then
must
the
not have
Hereros in
Nama Feast.
Okahanja, the Hereros in Okahanja may also
Everybody
not
must
have
not
that
have
little,
their thing, so we just be Namibians.
little red and green
Of who's
dresses thing.
Yeah, then they must not
When
be
are
a
you going to tell a
Kadudura.
Herero he's not allowed to march anymore?
They must not march. You
They must
not
get
march
off
also.
their high horse. Exactly.
Asseblief, then we must stop
Nama
it.
Fiesta.
Nama Feast must not also be there.
So we're not allowed to celebrate anything anymore in this country.
So we are just celebrating the Independence Day as Namibians together and clap.
But Mitch, nee.
Yeah.
Ek hoor
Ietsie, man.
ek hoor wat jy sê, maar is the diversity that we have in Namibia,
Yes.
is that not our strength?
That's exactly it.
Now leave the Donga tribe.
Oh no, I
That's
hear
the
what
part-
he says.
That's the part of diversity.
Nee, ek hoor wat jy sê. I hear what you say. Kyk, if the Ndongas are happy with it, los hulle.
If Mitch goes to the Vika, the first time he goes to the Vika, he will see the type of quality mavutus the Germans have.
I performed twice at the Vika.
Exactly.
I wanted to stay there.
German quality mavutu. Reinheitsgebot.
Reinheitsgebod.
If me and Natalie probably went on a date to the Vika, ek sal haar net daar gelos het.
Jy sal haar aangelos het.
Sy is om net daar gebleed.
Alright, Duitse girls
Is
is
my
fucking met
sister.
mooi bene, joh.
Is my sister.
Yeah, we need to, gentlemen, and I think it's important here. Kom ek lees net gou 'n paar comments. Okay, some of the comments here is basically related to the discussion that we had around the blood transfusion, etc. I need to read this name. Fulufetsani Rasuba.
Fulufetsani.
Fulufetsani. Ek het hom reg gelees. Fulufetsani Rasuba. There is a fixed price by the sperm bank, so you don't choose as individual how much you want to pay. It's about 40,000 Namibian dollars for one sperm.
For one sperm. What is one sperm?
Nee, maar een skoot. As jy een slat geslat het.
Oh.
Hey, that's a lot of money.
40,000. Just to go and
40,000.
Just to go and stand in a corner.
Yeah.
I'm going now.
Miljonair was
Met
no never.
Ponap. Yo.
En
Guys.
ek is op die level wat ek nie eens die video nodig het nie.
Nee, I need the video.
No, ek is
At my age, I need the video.
ek is hier so level.
Nee. I used to be there at 18. I did not need a Betamax cassette or
Yeah.
a VHS cassette just in the mind. Maar
En
nie
dan
nou
net die holy oil. Jy moet net die
meer. Holy oil.
ja, die ene wat die saliese bring van die kerk af. Pushiri se oil. Daai is na.
Anointing oil.
Anointing oil. Oh, hier.
Stefanus James Anania sê my regterarm is groter as my linker een. I don't know what that means. Where is this place asseblief from Mitch? I always Mitch wat jy wat vra. So iemand het een bal, dan seker nie die duis kom. Ai, Here, weet jy kan. Abiatar sê ons cheat nou met ryk mavutus.
Yeah,
Joshua Abdullah says Mitch wants to advocate for sperm bank, a chance for him and few audience members to become SCOMAL practitioners. Why doesn't Dongas only appoint business people and politicians when it comes to headmen? Thomas van Wyk vra. Ja, Joshua, dis klof. Is klof. Mohau sê jy's onnodig. Mavutus has been eaten and also they must pay for being eaten. Yo. What will happen if a German klof and Donga woman? How much compensation or the damage fee will be? Ons sal hulle eet. Laat hulle kom, laat die Duitsers kom. Joshua Abdullah. Die headman was seker gevang want die rule is stupid and backwards, working directly against the marriage equality law, says Jürgen Geiseb. Hey, Mitch said Doris. Doris is the head lady of the Oshithirandu organizing committee. I don't know much, but I know black men don't cheat. Hey!
Asseblief.
Yeah, Stephanus James Ananias. Mitch is that kid in the class that reports everything to the teacher, Nina, and we, the A class, don't like that. Namibian tribes are not favoring the Tswana community. Tswana don't even have huge tribal events. But why don't the Tswanas have huge tribal events? Is it not upon the Tswanas to organize themselves so that we can have the Barotsis and everybody out there?
Is daar 'n Tswana mall?
Then is the as die ken nie dan Gobaba se Tswana mall.
Nee, daar's 'n Tswana mall hier in Gemengte.
In Gemengte, is dit?
Ja, dis 'n plek waar al die Tswanas kom drink.
Ag, dis baie nice.
Nice.
Jy moet my bietjie vat daarna toe.
Ja, joh.
Nee?
Ja. Dis 'n plek daar.
Is dan nog goed?
Ai.
Okay, net dan moet ons gaan. Helene says, if we don't celebrate anything, then we will have a boring Namibia. Nina says, Jürgen, what does that law says? Mavutus kan jou verhouding voorwaar, woerwaar. Maar Mitch, niemand sal jou gevat het by die Wika-fees nie. Hey!
Don't underestimate Mitch.
Emilia Magoja said,
Don't put baby in the corner.
so what if the Mavutu is not in Donga? Let's say in Donga man cheats with a German lady. Will she also have to pay? Because that's not her tribe.
So it's intertribal law.
Mutumba says, Kaufi Neville has a mean right hook. They have love marching and ride their horse. The problem with me is I'm not full hero. That's the problem. Amakali says, how much can someone please direct me to the sperm bank? So waar ek wil ook weet. Jarr, as Natalie Kaal voor jou staan, sal jy mos... Ai, oef, weet jy rou? Yeah, guys, who is going to tonight's show? Ek soek asseblief lift, says Stephanus James Ananias. Wat's a show van praat jy? What type of money do you make when you donate to a sperm bank every one day? Passive income. Here, Kaal. Woo!
That's what you'd be earning.
Mitch, ons het genoeg van jou, nee. Wacht, yes, miskien.
Oh. Maria says, I just tuned in and the first thing I hear is Mavutu klof. Ja, is Vrydag.
Friday.
Is Vrydag. Guys, sê my gou. So Monday is Independence Day.
Our Independence Day. I'm going to watch Independence Day, the movie.
The day that Namibians celebrate our freedom.
Yes.
Now, freedom means something totally different for different people. And I guess we can all share on the stream today as to what Independence Day mean for us. After how many years are we independent now?
Over 32, yeah.
32, 33 years.
32.
32 years of independence. I personally have seen a lot of good about independence, but I've seen a lot that can still be changed. a lot of improvements that can still.
Yeah, I don't think we've done too badly.
Yeah.
Over 30 years, 32 years. We've got a housing problem. We've got a corruption issue. We've got a financial problem. We always constantly have to beg the world to give us money. Stuff like that. But the good things, like our infrastructure is actually quite cool. Electricity is cool.
Yeah.
Our road structure is great.
Yeah.
What else do we have? Our education is not that bad. Our education system, over and above that, it should be for free.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's too bad.
Yeah.
And we are, I think, at peace. We at peace. We're not
Wow,
we're
that's
not like the Ukraine or shit like that.
That's a good thing that you are saying, Kalfi. We have peace in
Yes.
Namibia.
Yeah.
Mitch, what does independence mean for you?
I'm not really much into that, but I'm just so happy that I'm living in a peaceful country where I actually have a fair chance of being what I want to be in the future.
Yeah.
In a peaceful country, not being bombed here or people, killing each other here, left, right, and center. I'm just happy that I am getting a fair chance with the peace and stability that we have to one day become what I want to be and see myself where I want to be. So that's basically what I enjoy about Namibia, because I've seen other countries, I've seen the situations of other countries, and I think I don't even want to go too deep into the corruption and what. I think it happens everywhere. But one thing that we cannot take away from Namibia is Namibia has been one of the most peaceful countries consecutively, like in 30 years, so I'm happy about that. That's what we can't take away from Namibia.
From a scale from 1 to 10, what is your patriotic meter? Your level of patriotism?
Towards Namibia or
As-
the ruling party?
No, not the ruling party. Not. Nee, los vir Swapo uit. But towards being a Namibian, what is your patriotism? Yeah, that meter. From a scale of 1 to 10.
Can I counter question that? If we had to flee Namibia, let's say because of war,
Yeah.
to which country would you go?
Oh,
I would probably go to South Africa.
I'll go to Getmans.
No, man.
But not to South Africa, man. Mauritius.
Why?
I just think it's a cool country and it's beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, the scenery is beautiful there. So I think I'll go to Mauritius. I've never heard them having a lot of like.
Yeah. No,
stuff,
you. Okay.
I want to be in a peaceful
yeah.
place, man.
Good point, Mitch. I was okay. I was thinking about very immediate around us.
Oh, probably
Yeah.
Botswana.
Yeah.
Botswana,
probably
very immediate,
Botswana.
yeah, very
Yeah,
immediate around Botswana.
yeah, and it's right, Maria. You're correct. Let me rephrase again. No, South Africa would not be the country I would go to. No, it would
Botswana.
not be South Africa.
I'll meet you in
Nope.
Botswana now.
Yeah.
Loyani, I'll meet you.
Nee.
there, yeah.
Yeah. If I can live in any other country except Namibia, which country would it be? Woo! I loved my stay in England, I must say. I loved staying there. I loved the weather. There's a lot of people who don't like the weather. But then again, the option that Mitch just gave me, like a country like Mauritius. I mean, I've been to Mauritius like twice. It's a beautiful, beautiful country. And obviously the weather, the people, the everything, the peace and tranquility that you have there is just unmatched.
And let me just answer Tankeni with a capital K there. He say, "Hoe sal jy by Mauritius uitkom, Mitch? You are fleeing." Tankeni, ek is a comedian, bro. Ek is uitgesort. All the people that flee are poor people. I'm gonna travel. So it's Maria said, the people that flee are poor people. You'll be those people.
Coffee for you?
No, it'll probably be a European country.
Yeah.
It'll probably be Germany, England. I won't go to France.
You wouldn't go to France.
Nee man, dat let it
Net die restaurant talk.
baguette, wine. No, not France. Hell
did it
no.
talk?
Nee. I'd go to
But why
Portugal.
Germany?
I'd go to Portugal.
Portugal.
Potach, tomach.
Portugal is beautiful. Holland is beautiful.
De Nederlandse taal.
Ja, ons gaan ons geskied
dijk.
springbok
What
met
other
die
countries
geweren.
still beautiful? Like
Europe,
Brazil?
European countries are beautiful in
Brazil?
terms of landscape. No, I will. No. Don't send me to Brazil. No.
You will not come back.
That's
Hey!
Mavutuland.
Oh.
Mavutuland.
But let's bring it close to home, guys. Lepus.
No man. Hell no.
Oh my god, man.
Julle weet nie eens wat ek sê nie. Yeah, that's why you're going hell no here. Okay. Lepus. Lepus. This is what Ethel says.
Ethel.
Yeah.
Ethelski.
Yeah, Ethel.
Ethelski.
Okay. Le pouce is the French word for it's okay.
Ah.
Yeah. Le pouce.
Right. Lipus.
So when my and this, the reason why Ethel is saying that is
Isn't it lupus?
near the sea lupus.
Lepus.
It's le pouce. So when my kids, because they used to have French at school, and when they heard that it's okay in French means le pouce, it's the only word that they would come home to come and tell us, oh, daddy, the teacher said le pouce, le pouce. And the teacher was always complaining in class like, you don't learn your French. The only word you can say in this class is le pouce, le pouce, le pouce. So So to be honest, guys, I think for me, there are a few things that has happened in my lifetime, instances where my patriotism really came to a fore, and it has got nothing to do with politics.
Okay.
I would. Sport has
Yeah.
always been
Sport.
my go-to.
Okay.
Where my patriotism comes to a fore. I remember in the early 90s when our national soccer team, the Brave Warriors, was at the top of its game. Nothing made me more proud than if we stand at Independence Stadium and the Brave Warriors would stand there lining up against South Africa or Tunisia or George Weah's Liberia or Cote d'Ivoire. It doesn't matter which country came here. But to stand as a supporter in the national stadium and sing the national anthem brought tears to my eyes many a times. If I would see Frankie, when he was still running, stand on a podium with his gold medal, and you hear the national anthem of Namibia playing,
Then you know.
the patriotism. If the national rugby team plays at the World Cup, and you hear the national anthem, that level of patriotism
Yeah. I'm
gets
also
to
there.
you.
I'm also there.
If I see Gaza on MTV performing or whatever with a little Namibian flag, my patriotism just
Even
Snaps.
East, even East or whatever when he won that.
East.
Yeah, when he won that.
Yes.
German competition. I was
yes,
Ja. Deutschland sucht den
Vater
Superstar.
van
yeah.
I go daarvan op.
And that is where my patriotism come out. I don't want to hear nothing about the liberation struggle anymore. I don't want to hear about it.
We beyond that. now.
Yeah, we are really beyond that. Yes. We fought.
Yeah.
But we can't, and I pray that the speeches on Monday in Swakopmund at the Independence
Are going to
Stadium
be motivating.
There are white people who would like to become part and parcel of this diaspora, this generation that we talk about. We can't talk about.
Hulle moet hulle se breistens vat en net gaan brei daar met 'n hele brei op.
Scrupulous.
But let me tell you guys a funny story here now. Why I was always against Frankie. Van my ma het altyd daai ijscreambakke gehad en sy het ijscream verkoop en wat. En hy het Frankie gehardklop. And really, she would tell us, "Julle moet bid dat Frankie wen. As Frankie net tweede uitkom of hy flop, julle kry nie ijscream." And this is a true story.
Hou op man, Mitch.
Ek het 'n hele set van dit ook, bro. I became instantly a Frankie hater because I was like, if this guy flops, ek kry nie my ice cream nie. So my ma is a Frankie fan.
She's a big Frankie supporter.
She's a big Frankie supporter. Van pictures en alles van. Sy was like, dis die eerste Namibian wat jy ken het wat oorsee gaan en like medals wen en iemand wat sy ken het wat groot geraak het voor haar.
You have no idea, Mitch, how Frankie galvanized us when we were young. Especially after the 92 Olympics, when we heard that America wanted Frankie to become an American citizen. Toe sê hy vir Gonero julle kan chip.
Hulle moet chip, jong.
Ek bly a Namibian. You know how that galvanizes you as a Namibian? That this man with so much money and has got so much opportunities
Yes.
to sell out his birthright, to basically sell it off, decides to stay Namibian. That meant a lot to many of us. Some comments. Aili Maiden Yoma says, I won't go to no country. My account will lead me into being captured. That one. Okay. Jürgen Kesep says, unfortunately, we will continue to hear those speeches till kingdom come. I'm sure NBC already started screening those liberation videos. It is tiring, Jürgen Kesep. It is tiring. Your prayers will not be heard. Those speeches are like that flat triangle square cake that appears year in, year out, says Roviera. Joshua Abdullah says, my patriotism went down the drain when I heard of the fish was brutally abused.
Yes.
Soccer in Namibia is a fantasy. Amelia Magoja says, you won't even be allowed on that flight. Prepare your veldskoen and walk to Angola or Zambia, boss. Maria says, I thought I was patriotic, but honestly, I go where I can find peace. I will not stay in my country in the name of patriotism while everything around me is falling apart.
Sure.
Exactly.
And that is what I also say, is that our legal system is actually is betraying us. You know, I mean, if you just look at the fish rot guys, I mean, the way that this is being handled, it's like this wishy-washy stuff. What? You know, justice delayed is justice denied, I always say. But our legal system in Namibia is just pathetic.
If those guys walk and get bail, so it's gonna demoralize Namibians.
It will demoralize Namibia. No, you're right.
There's just one thing. I'm sure you could say it is because of this type of legal what. If they walk, that's you confirming to a little boy there. That's the way
it's
of
okay
life.
to steal.
That's you're confirming it to him. So
yes.
Except Manet, some things we don't have power over, or some things we can't change. But yeah.
Ja, maar jy's reg, Mitch.
Is net hartseer.
Ja. Stephanus James Ananias says, elke jaar word ons vertel van liberation struggle en hoe die ooms en tannies geveg het. I will go to Arsenal. Willem Bolly says, I will go to Sweden where there is unemployment allowance and free education and guaranteed job after studies. You won't be allowed to leave. You guys will have to lead Battalion 4. Ha! Cheap. But it's gonna be very, very difficult for me, guys. Honest to leave.
Fight,
no, to leave.
To leave.
Mutumba says there will never be beyond that if many of the history is hidden, but the elders won't let that happen. Many of the people that went and fought for the country, their families still need answers as to where are their children buried. Yeah, it's a sad, and that's a messed up part about war. That I remember a cousin of mine, his name, I'm afraid to say was, because we still hope. Maybe I must still say is. My cousin Charlie Kahivere. He is from my maternal side, from my Herero side. Charlie left Namibia, I think in 87, 88, to go and join the liberation struggle. Now, Charlie is a light-skinned, this in our community is referred to as light-skinned, because black is pitch black. There's a difference.
Blue bastard.
Yeah, blow. So it seems like in these camps where Namibians came to, where they basically availed themselves to come and join the war, to fight for liberation, these people, and if you were not Oshuambo back then, it was frowned upon. So it seems like there was always this challenge that the leaders back then didn't know, are you a spy? Were you sent by the Boers to come and see what we are doing here? Or are you really here to fight for the liberation of Namibia? And as a result, many people lost their lives in those dungeons that Mutumba is referring to.
Lubango.
Or in Lubango. It is something that after 32 years, we still don't talk about it openly as black people. If you do speak about it, you are frowned upon. You are basically excluded. You lose your little inside lane, whether it's your inside economic lane or etc. or whatever. But it becomes very, very difficult to maneuver.
But the
through.
issue will have to be addressed at some stage, because, I mean, since 1945, the Germans have also gone down the route that nobody wanted to speak about Auschwitz and what happened there.
For example, tell me, Kaufi, you as a German, knowing that, and I can come as close, we don't even have to talk about Auschwitz, I need to speak to you about a German Namibian.
Right.
That your forefathers killed over 80,000 Hereros in Namibia.
Yes.
How do you, as a Namibian, as a German Namibian, feel today about that unfortunate part of history of our country? How do you reconcile with that? How do you deal with that?
The problem comes, I think, look, I'm not denying anything. These atrocities happened.
Yeah.
It's whether it was the Jews or whether it was the Hereros or these atrocities happened. There is no...
Or the Namas, praat toch met
Or
je.
the Namas.
Say Nama ook. Say
Yeah, us also.
Yes. Correct.
I said it like a nana.
These are... So there's no denying it. There's absolutely no denying it. The problem comes in with the next generations of the people that get born into these situations post these events. And it's exactly the same with the Boers, and probably also the same with what the English did to the Boers in those times. You see, and there's no denying it. You have to confront it, and you have to stare it in the eye, and you have to live with it. It is shameful. It is degrading, but you were born into it. Deal with it. That's it.
Nee. But how do you deal with it?
It's
Because,
difficult.
for example, we are at a social event. I'm a Herero, you're a German. I have a few drinks too much. I see you. And I decide I'm gonna lay my historical wrath on you verbally.
Right.
Julle fucking Duitsers.
Yeah.
As dit nie vir julle ouers los my man. Los my. Los my.
Make my
Los
praat.
my. Ek wil praat.
I can clearly
Ek wil
hear
praat.
you've been drinking Castello.
Ja.
I can hear that. If you would have drunk Reinheitsgebot Tafellager, you would not have acted that way.
Asseblief.
Yes, direk uit die bottelstory.
God weet dit is Castello. Because a drunk obtuse hero
Is Castello.
always drunk on Castello.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jelle, you killed my grandfather, you raped my great-great-grandmother. Tara, look, she's white, she sits over there. Why? How do you handle that guy?
If that happens to me, I would-
Not that it ever happened to you, but how would you handle that?
No. At that time, in the way that you've explained it, turn around, walk away.
Nee.
Turn around, walk away. If it was addressed like that,
Yeah.
you know. But let's say it was addressed on a formal forum, in a formal forum.
Yeah, what would you
You know,
say?
you would have to deal with it, and you would have to take ownership of it. It's not me as an individual, my fault. You understand? I mean,
Yeah.
we all know what happened between the Herreros and the Namas.
Yeah.
Ons weet wat by Bloedkoppie aangegaan in
Ja,
elkaar.
ja.
So, you know, I mean, those were war crimes. It's exactly the same what Putin is doing to the Ukraine. You cannot deny that. All right? And also the Americans having gone into Iraq or Vietnam for that matter.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Or the Afrikaners coming into Southwest Africa at the time and occupying this country. You understand? Those are war crimes. Klaargepraat. That's where it ends.
But would you understand? Do you understand people's pain when people say, you know what, we can't forget?
Absolutely.
We forgive, but we can't
Sure.
forget.
Yes.
And the reason why I'm saying that, because, you know, I have a lot of Afrikaner friends of mine where we would be speaking and who would say, ja maar fok het Neville, ons moet nou vorentoe gaan. Vergeet nou hierdie ding. Let's forget about it, okay? And let's live happily ever after.
Yes.
I remember one particular incident. It was the World Cup semi-final between Croatia and England. It was in 2018, the World Cup in Russia, mind you. An Afrikaner friend of mine was standing next to me, Mitch. And it was before the game. Sê nee, fok het. Ek is Kroasie vandag. Ek sê, Johan, hoe sê jy? Nee, ek skree vir Kroasie vandag. Ek vra maar,
Why?
hoekom? Why would you? What do you know about Croatia that you want to root for Croatia in the World Cup semi-final? Nee, maar fok, hoekom moet jy vir Engeland skree? Ek sê, but you know, England is, you know, when it comes to the last 4 teams in this World Cup.
Oh, I know it. Now I know where you're coming from.
Yeah, I mean,
read you like a book.
yes, I mean this is a team that, you know, English Premier League, etc., and this is the product of that league that we watch. Let's support England. Nee, not the fuck. Daar's die manier.
He won't.
Weet jy wat
I don't know.
het hy bliksemse mense aan my ouma grootjie gedoen in die Engelse konsentrasiekampe? Daar's die manier wat ek hulle kan vergewe nie.
Nou,
So
hulle
like,
haat hulle, nee.
okay.
But then their children go over to England on 2-year working visas
Hello. Toe sê ek nou maar,
for a brighter future.
Johan, you don't want to forgive the English what the English has done to you. But you tell me that I must just forgive and forget.
What you have done to me. Oh, I love this.
It'll be
I go
interesting.
down one of these
We
stories
are
that
going to
they still
talk
want you to
on
tweet.
Tuesday morning about what has been said on Monday.
Oh.
Ons gaan praat Dinsdag.
How do you forget about it when the generation that experienced it firsthand is still alive to tell the stories? The wound is still fresh.
Sure,
Says-
that is exactly right.
Says Maria. Mutumba says, big ups to Kaufman for being open about it, Many African leaders would never have testicles to speak openly like that. And Kaufi, thank you. Thank you for that. It's
All
really
good.
it's commendable. Say Gago,
And that's what I mean. Like, and we cannot just talk about the hond and what they have done. What ons ook en onze eie like daar is namas wat voel ek is hier pure nama nie. Daar is heroes wat voel jy is hier pure hero. Yeah. So while we are still trying to tell these people about what you have done to me, you're already doing that to me as your brother.
Also.
So why is it necessary for me to stand up with you and try to tell Kaufi about what his people has done to me when you are already excluding me from this? People just talked about the reparation money.
Say me gou, do you face discrimination among Nama people?
Yeah.
You yourself as you sit there?
Yeah, I do.
Because you are not full Nama.
Because I'm not a full Nama.
Yeah.
It's just like that, and I don't know. And then when it comes to stuff like on same skin as in Nama fierce, as in Namava, they want you to, and then you are having a conversation probably with a white person. They want you to be like, do you know what these people did to us? And you must be fully in that.
So you need to be in that camp.
Yeah, you need to be in that camp. But when they talk about reparations and all that, they like, but he's not a full Nama.
Huh?
Yeah, and I'm like, so if you are already breaking me here, how will those people will see like, no, they have their own internal problems. Let them first
Fight it out.
Let them first fight it out. I still have time. Like Alfie said, delayed justice is denied.
Justice denied.
Delayed is justice denied.
That's just it. So the delay is there already between me and you. So why would the German government take us serious if they know that what's happening between us is already delaying them to make their final decision? Van ons tree al klaar, is hier volle Herero nie. Is hier volle nama nie. So is maar net so, Herero se nama stree van wie se mense het meeste gedood.
Our wives need to forgive the Mavutus first. Then we can continue.
The Ndonga wives.
Yes. The wives need to forgive the Mavutus, then we can continue.
How can Kaufi, you are the top cheetah of the week.
On the path of happiness.
Yes, how can we claim that we will forgive white people
Yes.
if our wives don't want to forgive us and our Mavutus?
Exactly.
Why?
How can we move forward in this marriage?
And the truth shall set you free.
Yes, I get you, Neville. Maria says, I get you, Neville, but contrary to popular belief, it is mostly Awambo people who lost their lives in the dungeons. Obviously, if you want to send spies, you will send another Awambo that Oppo can trust. If they suspect you of spying, they kill you, and even if it isn't proven. Also true. Joshua Abdullah says, liberation struggle history will be halted in the archives. Yes, we surely respect the agenda of the past, but that shouldn't be the reason why we Namibians run the administration in such a shocking manner. Namibia will be here, and the ideology in the near future will die out. Mutumba says, many of us have similar stories of relatives who had to escape those dungeons, because the powers that be want to keep the documents sealed. Not yet Uhuru till they account for the missing relatives. I sometimes think the elders found the fountain of youth. So, hey, Stefan,
they keep on dying for us every year.
Joshua Abdullah says, so Mara, you do know that the founder of Oppo's wife is a CIA spy. That's why he didn't get a chance to become a Yo. Joshua, where did you come up with this nonsense now? And I can imagine who you are referring to here. Mutumba, I read that one. How do you? Oh yeah, I read that one, Maria. I'm not dealing with conspiracy theories.
Do you know how old Joshua Idula is? Idulwa.
Hadula.
Do you know how old he is?
Mm-mm.
You just
No
guess.
idea. He's in his
35.
he's in his early 30s.
It's like, yeah, he's like 36, 30
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
And he's talking about stuff like that.
Ja, ek as 'n coconut
kids.
row, I accept being a coconut. Ek het nie probleem nie. But where's your proof, Joshua Dula? It's the first time that I hear this very serious allegation,
Unscrupulous, you forget.
unscrupulous allegation that you are making. Where is your proof that you come up with such a thing? Kaufi, can we have the weather and corona update, please?
Yes, okay.
But
here we
we
go.
are out of time.
Ons sal nou.
I will not ever print the weather and the corona cases again.
Gister het jy ook gesê die weather sal gegee word wanneer jy so voel.
Daar sê.
I'm going to ask Hage to put the masks back on,
Ja.
that we can have silence. Unscrupulous behavior.
That's a 2-3 comments. Maar we expect our wives' girlfriends to forgive and forget all our nonsense. Wow, ironic. Live happily ever after. Gaan steed net sy kind, dan sien jy hoe lyk happily ever after. Kaufi, I can tell you what will be said verbatim already. Same old repetitive rhetoric. Give them masses, dated buns with hot drinks and all is well. Maria says, that's sad to hear. I wouldn't even have known Mitch is mixed if he didn't tell us. And it's very true. I believe when you started working here, this was the first time that we had an open discussion. You told me you are part Vambo.
Yeah.
But you don't strike me as having any Vambo blood, because you are your whole mannerism, how you carry yourself is pure Nama. How can anybody, hit you for that? I'm lucky that my black community completely accepted me, even though I'm biracial. Helena says, Mitchell, can we please address one thing at a time? You wait with your Nama discrimination. We are busy with the German manga. The German is any manga.
Manga.
Shilumbu.
Oh, and that's one word I will never forget.
Even this, it was usually said with admiration as opposed to with discrimination. Hoe say you, Mitch?
Yeah, that's like they will call me off Shirumbu or Bushman.
Who would
Like
call you that?
my Vambu side of the
They would call you
and that's why I
Shirumbu.
remember that what you'd even hear it here in Trascon, and may I always refer to the ladies that I always talk to. Like at the reception as well. We always call each other Shirumbu. We like it became like a joke thing to me.
Kaufi, in among you Germans as a community, is there classism amongst you?
In terms of classes, let me have a look. No, I wouldn't really say classes. It's just that,
Because you're all white and you're all German.
But look, there's some Germans that I look at them from a distance.
When Gavin just said, but they're just some Germans, I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, he got us.
In our German community, we are all equal. There are just some that are more equal than others.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's-
all right.
Really?
Mostly I get on with most of them.
Okay.
Because of the culture.
Yeah. Kan ons asseblief die weer kry?
Die
You know
weer.
this thing that weather delayed is weather denied.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the weather, east wind conditions over the coastal areas this weekend, extending into early next week. So all the people going to Swakopmund for the long weekend, julle gaan lekker oosweer kry.
Is dat oosweer?
That is what the weather people are saying. East wind conditions over the coastal areas this weekend, extending into early next week. The interior partly cloudy and hot in the northwest, and the extreme west elsewhere partly cloudy and warm to hot with a few isolated thunder showers, however scattered thunder showers in the south in places. A fresh northeasterly wind in the interior. The coast partly cloudy and mild to warm with a wind moderate easterly to southwesterly. I'd like to speak about the temperatures a little bit, but usually I give the maximum temperatures, but also just for the weekend coming. As we are noticing, are you noticing Windhoek is getting cooler in the mornings? No? Okay, so Windhoek for the weekend, we can expect temperatures between 15 and 27 degrees Celsius. Walvis Bay 15 and 27, Swakopmund 13 and 25 for the weekend.
Swakopmund? 25.
13 to 25.
Nee, wat?
Yeah, wait till the east wind comes in. It's going to get really hot there. Then in Katima Mulilo, maximums of 26. Then let's go to Omothea, 34, and Dangwa 35, Oshakati 33. Ochivarongo 30 with Keetmanshoop at 28, and Rehoboth is... Where is Rehoboth today? Oh, there they are, 28.
Kerkanes is warm.
Mariental 32, 32, Keetmanshoop 28, and then to the east of the country, Buitenbos and Gobabis at 26.
Koffie, ek is so bekommerd because I will be in Okahanya this evening just outside at Armey.
Right.
With Armand.
Yes.
And obviously as it was raining this morning, I was telling mevrou, Here, ek hoop nie dit reën vanaand daar nie, because our event is an open air event.
Okay.
And we don't want this to rain out. Do you have any idea what the rain conditions will be or the weather will be around in Okahanya?
Let's have a
Ek weet nie
look.
of jy sal kan kyk of
In Okahanja, I can't tell you whether it's going to rain or not.
Hey, asseblief, dit kan nie reën nie.
Yes, I know. But Okahanja would be pretty much the same as Windhoek. 27 degrees maximum, 15 degrees minimum.
Okay. Maar wat is daar what's the probability of rain?
Let's just ask Google and I'll give it to you.
Dit kan tog nie aandreën in Okahanya.
Jy wil moet all seasons doen.
Nee, ek gaan vir all seasons verby. Jy's reg.
Jy moet.
Ja.
Die poll is klaar en onze wenner is Hakkie King op voor Top Cheetah, omdat ons voor de COVID regulations.
Dat is hy.
I thank you.
So-
Kayse gaan. So, Hakkie. Agaba.
Top cheetah.
Agaba.
He's
Top cheetah.
Top cheetah for this week.
Yes.
Depends what he says on Monday. We might just muhu him again. Ne? Okay, tonight there is a low chance of precipitation.
Okay.
20% chance.
20%. Ach, that's all right. We
That's
can
it.
deal with that.
Coronavirus cases. Newly confirmed cases 18. Recoveries 13. Active cases in Namibia today is 200 people. There's no more corona. It's
Dankie. Baie
klaar.
dankie.
Opuo.
Ons is klaar.
Opuo.
Opuo.
It's finish en klaar.
Jy het dit gister gesing.
Het jy gesing?
Ja.
So guys, what are your plans for the weekend?
Oh,
I'm going to go to the bush.
Nee?
Some people are going to go to the sea, the oceans. Some friends of mine are going to the rivers. I'm going to the bush.
Waar in the bush?
In Abidorabis.
Well, okay. Nee?
Ek ken nie. Ek wil net by die joint wees, 'n lekker rib opsit. Net chill.
Yeah,
Net
that's how
chill.
it worked like. I think I'm going to join you. I'm also going to make a rib.
Ja.
Oh,
Like
so lekker,
en ek
sagte
hou van
sydeskaap.
kook,
Ja, ek hou ook van kook.
joh.
So the idea that I have, obviously tonight I'll be in Okahanya. It depends on what happens. Natalie, it depends on what happens in Okahanya. That will depend whether I will sleep in Okahanya or not.
What happens in
Maar Natalie sal nie in
Okahanja
Okahanja wees
stays
nie.
in Okahanja.
Huh?
Sy sal nie in Okahanja wees.
Nou waar sal Natalie wees?
Sy sal in Windhoek wees.
Nee, sy sal in Okahanya wees. So it really depends. Yeah. Nee, jokes aside. I'll be driving back. What I want to do tomorrow is ek wil maar ek hoop the weather conditions are like this tomorrow. Ek wil 'n moerse oxtail pot opsit.
Ah, okay.
Ek wil 'n oxtail pot opsit and I want family around me and fire and we chill. En dan
You can us only van point.
Baza. Nee, hulle se hele jippe. They anyway they're not going to be, I know the boys are not going to be home. They're going to be doing whatever it is they're going to be doing. So whoever my peers, my broers, sisters, swars, whatever, that's what I want to do. I would love to spend the day with family tomorrow.
Yeah.
I see.
And then on Sunday I don't want to see anyone. I don't like
Monday also nie.
I don't like to see family on Sundays. Want ek wil lê en my wonde lek. That's what I want to do.
Never. Why don't we like ask the government to just make all the alcohol cheap for Monday?
Nee.
Like alcohol should, the prices should, every shebeen should be told, and every bar.
One thing-
Beer is 6 rand of 5 rand.
One thing that I
Wat
do
kos
know
bier?
is
Oh,
dat
kinder,
die
is
traffics gaan baie besig wees hierdie naweek.
Wat, hulle moet daar by die stadion wees, wat die hel maak
Have you
hulle hierso
noticed
rond?
the helicopter flying? The police helicopter. It's flying every morning and every evening.
Yeah, just as a warning.
Dis het 'n warning.
Just as a
Daai
warning.
woer sal jou op.
Hy woer ja nee. Guys, if you are in Swakop,
Donate blood.
yeah, donate blood by going to the independence celebrations in Swakopmund.
But remember, only 1,000 ruling party members at a time.
En
Nee.
asseblief julle,
gaan
as
nie-
ons sê donate blood, ons sê nie gaan
Gaan baklei nie.
baklie en gesteek word,
Ja.
asseblief.
Yeah, that's not what we're saying. Yeah. Yeah, Tuva, right over there, have a great long weekend. To all of you out there, have a super, super, super long weekend and a happy, happy independence.
I'm going to go
Happy
to the rich
independence,
people
yeah.
as well.
Happy independence.
I'm going to go to the rich people as well.
Oh, you're going to go to the rich people?
Yeah, the petrol station owners.
Wow. Ja, God weet ook.
Hulle moet,
They
hulle
are the
moet,
rich
hulle
people.
moet verbykom.
Hulle moet verbykom.
Hulle moet verbykom. En hy sê 'n storie.
Mhm.
Happy Independence Day, guys. And peace for almost 30 something years, eh?
Ja.
Hoe oud is ons nou? Sê my gou.
32, I think 32 years. Ja.
Bloody hoes, nou moet be ouer as ek.
Ja.
Dis net non.
Ja. Sharp, sharp.
Chapa, chapa.
Don't you miss eight? Do you remember? One count away. 7-7. Don't you miss eight? Do you remember? I used to be your number. Listen, me buzzing. That's a young one. I used to be your number. Listen, me buzzing. That's a young one. I was getting close. Don't you miss eight? Do you remember? One count away. Oh, Natahu, Sunday, Neditare, Mungwinda Daniku, Taklise, Fridami, Kabami, Sunday.